Hello, hello. My name is Steph. I have Danny here with me, and welcome to the Muy Hidden podcast. Woo!
Oh, yay.
Now, I was a bit sick for a few days, and during those days, I kept thinking about all the holistic remedies my family has tried, as well as some household illnesses Dr. Mom and Dad have diagnosed us with when we were younger. Now, since our last episode had to do with mal de ojo, and iniquins, I figured why not talk about all the other natural approaches our family and friends have done to help get rid of said illnesses. Since, well, all the information was given by family, friends, and followers from our Instagram at Muy Hidden. Thank you so much, everybody. And now, please take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am no doctor, nor do I claim to be. These remedies aren't factual. I do not have any science to prove that they work, but people claim that they do. And if you ever happen to try any of these, let us know if they do work. Also, feel free to leave a comment about some remedies you and your household have tried as well. And you can also like and subscribe. That really helps.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to start off with ear pain. And some remedies that have been provided are very interesting, to say the least. The first one is breast milk.
Oh my god.
Hold up. Hear me out.
Oh, shit.
Now, they just said pour a few drops to help ease ear pain. And one thing that we do know about breast milk is that it does come with a lot of antibodies. I did, even though I said that these aren't factual, I did try my absolute best to just kind of do a little bit of research to see if maybe I can find some facts or some science to prove it. I'm not trying to like disprove anything or prove anything. I'm just spewing out as many facts as I can. Moving on. So breast milk actually does it does have a lot of antibodies. And there was a few websites that did say, oh, you can if you wanted to, but they mainly specify for babies, not really adults. So I don't know how that works. I'm just going to be throwing everything at you guys. Ready for the second one for ear pain. Now, it says, quote, chew some rosemary leaves and put them in your ear for about 10 minutes. Remove it and it should ease the pain, unquote. Now, another thing about rosemary leaves is that online it was talking about rosemary essential oils, and it was saying how it was one of the most versatile essential oils for treating ear infection, that it can help quickly neutralize any bacteria. So that one is very interesting. I cannot remember who has told me this as well. If I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. Another one. This one, when I read this, Danny, you can tell me what you think about this as well. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Quote, whenever we get ear pain, my grandma puts Vicks on a spoon, crushes a mint leaf and adds it to the spoon, heats it up on the stove until it boils, then finally puts it in a cotton ball and in our ear. It's like magic, works every time, unquote.
I think my mom did that to me.
Really?
Yeah, but she never boiled it. She just got the cotton ball and put the Vicks. Kind of like tapped it with Vicks and then put it in my ear.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if we ever get ear pain, that's definitely one that I'm gonna try.
But that sounds extra.
It does sound very extra.
Yeah.
I think it intimidates me. I think that's what it is. It doesn't scare me or anything, but it just intimidates me because we know how strong Vicks Vapor Rub is.
Oh, Vapor Rub, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm already like intimidated when I put it near my nose. Now imagine putting it in a cotton ball in the ear.
Yeah, my mom used to do that.
Wow,
Yeah.
I really want to try that. Well, I mean, I don't want to get an ear infection.
It wasn't cotton ball. It was just like toilet paper. Yeah, crumble it up.
I just
dip it in like some Vicks, and then stick it in my ear for the ear infection.
Yeah, that one's interesting. I really like that one. Now we're gonna move on to the throat. What could it be? I don't know, but here are some remedies. That rhymed. Now, obviously, when your throat hurts, it can be anything from like the common cold to allergies to any other respiratory tract illnesses. Just like Danny here already has a little bit of a cough. Knock on wood. Hopefully that's nothing.
It's nothing.
But if it is, we have some remedies, baby. Now, the first one, quote, Manuka honey and lemon in hot water. Sip on it all day, end quote. When I first read this, I was like, what is Manuka honey?
Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly thought it was like a brand or something, but no, it actually originates from some parts of Australia and New Zealand. And turns out Manuka honey has antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties. I was like, wow, I gotta get my hands. Cool. Yeah, I gotta get my hands on some Manuka honey. Another option that you can do is, quote, cut a green tomato in half. Burn the inner section. Add some baking soda on them, and as hot as you can manage, wrap them around your neck.
As hard? Hot?
As hot as you can manage. Did I say hard?
No, you said hot.
I did say hot.
But you wrap it around your neck.
You wrap it around your neck. And it also says you can also use them to massage your arms using your thumbs, end quote. Now, this one came from my mom. And this is something that I remember when I was younger that she did whenever we were really sick. And I know it sounds weird, but you do get a green tomato. You put it, I remember she put it in a sock. Don't know why, but I remember it being a sock. And after she heated it up, like she said, she put them in the sock and she put it like around our neck. As if it was, what are those things that go around the neck?
A neck brace?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, she put it around, and I remember I slept like that.
Oh my god.
I know. And the
For what?
smell. I think I was sick. I don't know what I had.
Sore throat?
This is for sore throat.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know like what exactly I had. I just remember that the only thing I remember about is about me having las anginas. How do you say anginas in English?
What is that?
Anginas. No, they're like in here.
Oh, the tonsils?
Tonsils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be tonsils. That's why she also said that you can use the green tomato as almost like an oil or something. And then you could rub your arm to help get rid of the tonsil infection.
Huh.
Very interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. Appreciate you. Now we're going to go into the eyes. Quote, rub a cotton ball with chamomile tea on your eye whenever you have pink eye. End quote. That is... interesting.
Chamomile.
Is chamomile or chamomile?
The thing for teeth?
Chamomile.
The thing for teeth?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an actual like herb.
Oh.
Yeah, but to make it into tea, put in a cotton ball, put in your eye whenever you have pink eye.
Oh, okay.
But if you don't have pink eye, and if you have, let's say, eye gunk, that means you might have aire. Or mal de aire. Now, I try to translate what mal de aire means, or there's like another word in English.
I know about aire.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in English it's just going to be translated to bad air. But what it is a folk illness where cold air enters the body, causes pain, discomfort, such as muscle spasms, back pain, or even cold symptoms. And according to medicalspanish.com, quote, el mal de aire is believed to be cured by sweeping the affected person with a bouquet of aromatic herbs, starting at the head and finishing at the feet. In some other instances, the person affected may be treated with baths and an intake of teas, end quote. Now, this is very, very similar to mal de ojo and an egg cleanse. They are very parallel to each other. And, mal de ojo is basically bad vibes thrown your way, whereas mal de aire, it's cold air. And I cannot remember the word my friend used to describe it. I know there's an English word out there. It's when you... Yeah. Because I was walking with her once, right? A little side story. I was walking with her once, and out of the blue, I felt like a sharp pain on the side. I'm doing this. I don't know if anyone can see. I felt a sharp pain on the side of my ribs, and I just held on to it. It feels like a muscle spasm, and I was like, and I'm like, I think I got Aire. And she's like, oh, do you mean blank? and
Oh,
I cannot
man.
remember what blank is.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what is that? And she described it, and I was like, no, yeah, that's what it is. It's Aire. And then I was like, wow, the more you learn, but I didn't remember, so. Moving on. Now we're going to talk about stomach pain. Okay? So one thing you can do if you have stomach pain is, quote, use your own saliva to massage your stomach when it hurts, end quote.
Stomach pain?
Yes.
You spit on it?
So you spit on your hand too, and you rub your belly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was trying to find anything that can possibly back this claim up.
Yeah.
The closest thing that I found to it is an acupoint. Now,
A what?
an acupoint. So I came across an article that talks about acupuncture for nausea and vomiting. And this is something they said, quote, with acupuncture, you can put pressure on certain places on your body. These places are called acupoints. Pressing these acupoints can help your muscles relax and improve your blood flow. It can also help with many common side effects of chemotherapy, such as nausea and vomiting, end quote. And this one was the acupuncture, it's in your inner arm near your wrist. I'm going to link the article because it was a very interesting read. And again, I didn't find anything close to it, to like massaging your belly with saliva that can probably help. But I did find that one. I thought that one was very interesting. Thought I'd throw it in there. But if your stomach hurts, you may be empachado or empachada. Now, what is empachado or empachada, you may ask? It is a cluster of undigested food that has become stuck somewhere in the digestive tract. Typically referred to chicle in Spanish. Wait, did I say that right? Yeah. I was about to say gum, but that's what chicle is.
Yeah.
It's gum. Now, some symptoms are indigestion, diarrhea, vomiting, headache, and a lack of appetite. This typically affects younger children, although some adults can still be affected. And I've asked people for what the English word for empachado is, and no one knows. So if any of you out there know what it means, please let us know, because Google just told me that it means stuffed, and it works with what it actually is, but it just doesn't make sense. And I tried asking my dad if he knows the English word, but he speaks Spanish, so he was just like, no, I can't help you with that one. Now, some traditional ways to cure it are to drink herbal teas, rolling an egg on your stomach, or having a follicular massage the surface of your stomach. Now, that is quite painful. And I remember when I was a kid, our family healer would pour baby oil on her hands and rub my belly. She would then tap on my belly with the tip of her fingers. It was like, and she would hear where the chicle was stuck. She would tap on it, and the dense parts was normal. But the moment she hit on an area that was hollow, she would push in a circular motion to get the chicle, or undigested food, unstuck from my organs. Apparently, folk healers can quickly pick up a scent coming off a child's breath that can let them know that the child is empachado or empachada. It's quite interesting. And Danny, very recently we had a conversation with your mother about your experience as a kid and a very different method that was used whenever you had this. Would you like to tell us more about it?
Yes. So that smell, what she was describing, is pretty much poop.
Really?
Yeah, she said it. She said caquita.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she said that. So she's like, oh, you know, I think it meant she thought it was constipated. She thought it was constipated, and my mouth smelled like poop. So then she called over an expert. To kind of cure me of that. I guess empachado, constipation, whatever it was. And okay, so the way she did it was really painful. So picture this. Okay, they told me to lay on my belly, starfish position, or was it? I think it was like.
Well, you were
straight?
spread, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
so I was on my belly.
Uh-huh.
I forgot how it was. And then they pulled up my shirt from my lower back to expose my skin.
Yeah.
And then they grabbed my skin
Like from your back.
from my back.
Lower back.
Lower back, yeah, from my lower back. And like lifted me up. Like I was a freaking spider like, off the ground.
Like you were parachuting.
Like, free parachuting. I was just dangling there for like, and then she shakes it like up and down, like right. So apparently I remember because it cracked.
Uh-huh.
Like, I heard like a crack.
Uh-huh.
So that crack was apparently supposed to relieve the empachado.
Supposedly, yeah.
So I cracked obviously because fuck yeah, I just cracked.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they did it a few times, so that was only one time. But I remember it happened. I don't remember how many times.
Uh-huh.
But I was crying because it hurt.
Like a poor baby.
Yeah, man, it fucking hurt. It really, really hurt.
And you know what's funny about that? Because we were talking about this the other time, and I was telling you how I remember it being like your stomach. I don't remember ever being on the back. But apparently that's the correct way, is to go from the front, your stomach surface, and then going to the lower back.
Yeah.
But my mom said that when we were younger, we were very, quote, thick-skinned, unquote. So they could never properly, like, pick up our skin from the lower back. So they just stuck to, like, the front. And they just kind of patted, like, our back afterwards. Yeah. It's very interesting.
But she grabbed a lot. Like, I'm serious. Like, imagine you, like, like the nails kind of went under the skin. Like, kind of like, right? And she, like, tug at it.
Like, if she was like, what would you do that to a pillow or a blanket?
Like, up, down. So, like, yeah, it's it cracked. And then she was like, okay. I don't know how many times it happened, but
you remember that?
I remember because I remember it was traumatizing.
How old were you? Do you remember?
Maybe like 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that like the last time you ever got anything like that done?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like remedies like that.
Yeah. Well, like empachado, like that remedy specifically.
Yeah. I had like massages like on my belly and stuff. But nothing like that.
Nothing like the back one.
Nah.
That one just happened one time and that's it.
Yeah. So like that lady that she brought over was like that convinced my mom to do it because she's like you could smell it in his breath.
Yeah,
so
I remember her
saying
saying that. Yeah.
So he needs to I need to do this to him.
That's so weird, huh?
And my mom was like, fuck it.
But it worked.
I don't know.
Well, she said it worked.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Do you remember? I remember the last time I got mine done. I think I was in like my early 20s. I was in college when my mom did it for us.
My God.
I was like, wow, this is amazing. It works. I mean, I think it works.
I don't know. I don't know if I would do it to my kids.
I know. I learned how to do it.
You learn how to do it? Okay.
I learned how to do it. That's why I was like, I could talk about it now because I know how to do it. I mean, it's hard because you felt it, I felt it. It's painful.
Yeah.
So when you have to do it on a little kid, obviously they're crying. So I think emotionally I'm not capable, but I do have the skill to do it if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'll be able to do it. I think I'll make my mom do it or get a folk healer. But there's actually an article that I came across when I was looking up the definition of empachado because I was having such a hard time trying to describe it. And in this article, it talks about all the other illnesses. So it also talks about mal de aire. And the title is called 7 Diseases That Only Exist in Mexico. You should definitely check it out. It was very nostalgic because they used terms that my family used when we were growing up. And again, they talk about empachado, mal de aire, mal de ojo, all those good things. Definitely check it out. But I do want to say another thank you to everyone who replied to us on Instagram. Let us know the remedies. Definitely going to try any of these out if I ever get sick. Hopefully not soon because your girl was for a good 2 weeks. And no bueno. Thank you so much to my mom and dad. Muchas gracias, mom and dad. I love you. Thank you for keeping me alive. Happy to be here. And I will see y'all next week. Very excited for next week's episode as well. A toodaloo. Adios. Goodbye. Mwah.
Bye. I forgot about that.
Caquita?
Yeah, Caquita.
A poo-poo? I don't remember her saying poo-poo.
Yeah.
I don't know why I kept thinking almost like rotten eggs.
No, she said like Caquita como mal. I just say poo.
Poo-poo. But that's why I'm like, I don't know if who told me rotten eggs, if I read it or someone told me. But I just remembered that. And I don't know why, I think I remember the scent too.
Yeah.
Because my brother Mikey would get sick all the time. Like his breath smelled like rotten eggs. Yeah. I'm not gonna say poo poo because I feel like it smells more closely to like rotten eggs than poo poo. I'm just gonna say rotten eggs. But